Righty-ho, guys, welcome back to the channel, and I'm painting Deathwatch because I'm filming another battle report this weekend with Josh, who hasn't been on the channel since 8th edition dropped, and before that it was about a year again on top of that. So I have been trying to build a list now. The battle scribe is updated, and I'm going to be working on a squad of Reavers, a frag cannon. I don't need the second frag cannon. I think I'll do them anyway. An Inceptor to go in a squad, and a shotgunner, and 5 bikes. Yes, 5 whole bikes. That Wargamer is in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But the big news today, of course, after the massive thing that was Warhammer Fest, and of course, lots and lots of Stormcast Eternals that Lucy is claiming that she's not getting. Yeah. Harlequins are coming, and of course, if you're a follower of the channel, you know I've got a decent-sized Harlequin force. I took my Harlequins to no retreat last year, and unfortunately I didn't get in this year, but never mind. So, yeah, Deathwatch it is. Battlescribe is updated, like I said. I'm just trying to work out a couple of bits and pieces of lists. I think bikes are very much not a necessity, but a very, very good piece of the army. So, of course, these bikers that I'm painting up were going to be Blood Angels, but Lucy very kindly stripped them for me over the weekend, and now they have been added to the ranks of the watch. I hope the camera's up high enough as well, guys. I've had to prop it up. I have just ordered a new camera. Thank you very much to Mr. Rick Lewis, who is a Patreon of the channel, for making a donation via PayPal, enabling me to pick up a second camera so you can not only look at my beautiful face, but also look at my beautiful models at the same time. I kid. But yeah, it just, I don't know, if it'll feel a bit better, and then I need to get some form of tripod or mount to fasten it onto the light that is to my left, so that we can have close-ups of the minis as I paint them. So, list-wise, I'm not exactly 100% sure what I'm going for. I want a Primaris kill team in there, and I want 2 different focused veteran kill teams. So I want one that maybe is not necessarily as heavy shooting, but I was going to go for one with frag cannons and shotguns. And then the other one, I was contemplating either going combat orientated or just kind of like standard bolt guns. The Primaris squad is going to be running mainly assault based. So assault bolters, the Reaver will have a bolt carbine, 2 aggressors and 2 inceptors in there. The inceptors, the reason I'm going to take 2 inceptors is as soon as I lose an intercessor, the majority toughness will then become, I'd have to lose 2, wouldn't I, because it would be 6-4. Yeah, I'm thinking toughness shenanigans, but anyway, as soon as I lose 2, I then become toughness 5. And of course, the bolters aren't bad at all. The -1 AP, strength 5, you know, gives you a little bit of each. Gives you a little bit of each of the special issue ammunition. So obviously, being strength 5, you win on 3s, not 2s, and obviously you can get your reroll 1s. But then you've also got your -1 AP in addition. So I think they're not bad. They're not bad at all. So that's what will be happening with the Primaris kill teams. So, what is everybody else working on? I'm going to be doing 2 videos. In fact, I was supposed to edit one just before I came online, and I just totally forgot to do it. Which reminds me, I also need to send a picture to David, from Snake Eyes Gaming. Met up with David when I went down to Warhammer World on Friday. And he was asking about the Twin Devourers. So I've made him a pair. Ladies, how we doing, pal? I'm doing good, mate, apart from a big giant gash in my thumb. Which, oh, there, I had a super glue shut yesterday just before I went out for my nana's birthday meal. Yeah. Cullen, hi Harry, random question. Any ideas of procs? How many undercoat spray cans needed for around 450 marine size, 250 guard size, 16 Lehman Russ, 20 Rhino, 15 demons in a Baneblade? How long's a piece of string, Cullen? Are they 100ml cans? Are they 500ml cans? Who knows? I would at minimum buy sort of 10, 15, use them and then go for it. I made it before the Codex came out. Hi Ian. What happened to the weekly stream with Phil? We don't get a chance to come on a lot. So a lot happened with that. Basically, once we hit Christmas, I started doing the League of Artisans videos, showing off people's videos. College became a lot harder. Work became a lot harder, and on Mondays I was just knackered when I got in. And the League of Artisans videos take around about 90 minutes to do. And unfortunately, I don't have the time. I've had a lot of personal stuff going on, which I won't go into. But I've been very, very busy on the sidelines with a lot of other stuff. Phil, obviously, being at uni as well, Phil had a lot of work to get on with. It just wasn't time viable, unfortunately. So the streams are just kind of as and when, which I know isn't ideal, but damn, Harry, you're getting new wound every week. I don't get a new wound every week. Ouch, that's a big cut. Yes, it is, and it was. It healed over and started scabbing over until I decided to start trying to use a Stanley knife and make these for Dave, and then I've split it back open. So, yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get all of these guys painted up. I'm waiting for some more bases from Terry from Demonscapes to come. As like I said, I will be playing Josh. It's been a while since I played Josh. But yeah, I think what I'm going to have to do is the other Primaris Marines have done like this. In order to get them ready for last week's game against Phil, I basically painted the majority of them up, but I didn't do the grey and then the light grey armor highlights. I literally just left them plain black. Now, obviously, on camera, unless you're going really, really close, you can't really see. So that's the standard I'm going to get them up to for the purposes of this battle report as well. And then next week, when I've got a little bit more time, because I've got an exam this week, and really I should be revising, I'll do them next week after the battle report, so I've got a lot more time to do them then. My local GW are going to be happy then, as I want them to gold cut. Oh, yeah. I'm at work, 2.5 hours to go. Yeah. Mondays suck at work. I've got a lot of reports to produce, a lot of people to phone, a lot of people to chase, catch up on, and yeah, it's tiring. I honestly cannot wait for the summer holidays. Like, to just have a few weeks where I don't have to worry about college. It's going to be beautiful. So, anyway, I'm going to stop talking. We're going to talk about Harlequins. Now, let me do something fantastic here. Desk. There we go. Because I'm awesome. So, Warhammer community page has released all of the info regarding the Harlequin masks, which is fantastic. And I've had a look through, and I think there's some good ones. They're very fluffy. I think there's some that aren't quite as good. So, I like that they're getting them back out. But look here, Primaris Space Wolves. Now, there are only 5 Reavers that we can see. It doesn't look as though there's anything else there. But, nevertheless, Space Wolves are on shore. And they're doing this with the codexes where they kind of show what armies are coming soon. So the fact that obviously we've got the Space Wolf Reavers there is great. And the fact that they've actually actively shown 6 masks. I mean, how is it that we get 5 Eldar Craft Worlds, but 6 Harlequin masks? I don't understand. There's more popular Craft Worlds than there is masks. So, we've got the Midnight Sorrow. Units with this form can move an additional d6 when they fall back. In addition, units with this form can consolidate up to 6 inches. So, if nobody knows, Harlequins have Rising Crescendo, which allows them to run and charge, or retreat and shoot and charge. Now, essentially, what this is doing is this is allowing them to move, bearing in mind that they have flip belts, which essentially grants them fly, 8 plus d6 inches when they fall back. And if you don't fall back, if you do kill something in combat, you can consolidate 6 inches into another unit to then tie it up. For example, why would you not consolidate 6 inches into that Land Raider Redeemer with their Flamestorm cannons? No Overwatch. It has to retreat. It can't fire. Why would you not? So I think this is very, very useful. But to optimize this, you're going to need a lot of troops. Next up, we've got the Veiled Path. At the start of each of your fight phases, roll 2 dice and discard the highest result. Until the end of the phase, each time your opponent targets a unit with this form and makes a hit roll of that before modifiers exactly matches your dice roll, that hit roll fails. So some Zinch trickery there. It's useful for keeping them alive a little bit longer, but I don't think it's massive. Next up, we've got the Frozen Stars, which is basically when you charge +1 attack. Now, any Harlequin player worth the salt knows that every single attack that you have matters massively. So, getting +1 attack with the rerolls to... It's not rerolls to hit. Is it rerolls to wound with the Troop Master? It's been a while since I've used them. I think it's reroll to wound. Which is fantastic. I think the Waller trait was reroll once if you're within 6. I can't remember, but an extra attack with all them Kiss and Caress is going to be absolutely formidable. And I feel like Harlequins really struggled, despite with the reroll wounds, they just couldn't dish out quite enough damage in 5-man squads. So an extra attack is very, very useful. Obviously, we're yet to see the stratagem, Psychic Powers and Warlord traits and relics, which could improve upon these, which Warhammer community has advised that we will see over the coming weeks, coming days rather. So the next up, we've got the Soaring Spite. I like this one a lot, okay? Models from this form that can fly, or that are embarked on a transport that can fly, treat all pistol weapons that they are equipped with as Assault 1 during a turn in which they advanced. Okay? So your troop have to be inside the vehicle and the vehicle advances. If it does, your pistols still count as assault weapons. Great. However, in addition to all of this, These models do not suffer the penalty to their hit rolls for shooting assault weapons during a turn in which they advance. That means that you've got Skyweaver jet bikes moving 22 inches because they automatically advance 8, still shooting at full potential, and then still charging because of Rise and Crescendo. That is insane. In addition to that, you've got a Starweaver loaded up with a Troopmaster with a fusion pistol, 5 guys with fusion pistols. You're going to be moving, I think Starweavers were 14-inch move, and I think it was an automatic 6 maybe if they advanced. But even then, you're talking, you know, at least a 15, 16-inch move, and then still shooting your pistols out, still firing 2 shuriken cannons with no penalty at all. I think this one is massive for Harlequins. You know, Harlequins are very, very fast. This plays to the maneuverability, but it gets the only punchy weapons that they've really got into place quick and gets them where they need to be going, able to strike and do the damage. So I think this one is very, very good, and I'll probably use this one in the battle report. Got another picture here. It looks as though, I'm not sure what runes. These are the ones at the front here. Definitely just the standard 40k ones. But this one, I'm wondering if this one is the new Azurite ruins. But love the smoke along the bottom. Of course, I've got a smoke machine. I do love the smoke machine. But next up, we've got the Dreaming Shadow. So when a unit from this form fails a morale test, only one model flees. Good, but the problem is if you start taking casualties, you're probably going to lose the whole unit. In addition, roll a d6 before removing a model when it is slain. And on a 4+, that model can either shoot with one of its ranged weapons or make a single attack in the fight phase. So absolutely fantastic for when you're locked in combat with, for example, Gulliman, and he slaughters all 5 of your troop, and then you just go, okay, I can deal with losing them, but on a 4+, I'm getting to fire a fusion pistol. So very, very cool, very thematic, kind of having like the last laugh as such. So I do like that one, but I don't know how often you would see that. Love this scene. Fantastic stuff against the Necrons and the glowing light in the background. Next up, we've got the Silent Shroud. Subtract 1 from the leadership characteristic of enemy units while they are within 6 of any units from your army. In addition, whenever your opponent takes a morale test for a unit that is within 6 of any of your units, roll 2 dice and discard the lowest result. So this is all about basically chasing models away using morale. And it goes on to give you a little bit of a couple of combos you can pull off. So you'll have a Death Jester, a Hemlock Wraith Fighter, Dark Creed Homunculus stuff, and you can actually drop the leadership by up to 9. So even if you've got a massive horde of Necrons, your opponent's got no command points left. Now I say no command points because you can quite easily go, oh yeah, that unit's at -9, you're rolling 2 dice for your morale check. And then your opponent just goes, nah, 2 command points. No, I'm not. Any Necron player won't do it. So, whilst it is very, very cool, I think this one's probably the least effective one. You've got to really build your army around the negative leadership modifier. Then the problem becomes is, if you play a Tyrannid... Oh, sorry, I'm tired. If you play Tyranids, the Fearless. If you play Iyanden, only 1 runs, and I'm pretty sure there's like Guard. No, the Commissar Company Commander. Whichever one used to just shoot a model and then you would auto pass, but that's changed now. So I think they're very, very cool. I don't know if I would use that one, but I do like some of the others. So let's just go back to the desk. So yeah, I do like them. I don't think they're massively, massively powerful, but I think some of them are going to do really, really good. Dylan has joined us. Hi Dylan, hope you're well. And Jewel Knight Jess, pleasure to meet you back on Friday. And I've lost my paintbrush. There we go. So yes, I need to seriously smash out some Deathwatch tonight. It was awesome to see you. The game looked epic. Yeah, man, it was fantastic. Lucy was a bit gutted that I was the one that was using her Slanesh for the first time on the channel, but never mind. They were actually really good. I enjoyed them. But yeah, she doesn't think she likes the bases anymore, so I don't know when we're going to see them properly taking place as a full army themselves. Hopefully soon, if she decides what she wants to do with the bases. But we will see. Doing well, mate. Hope you are. I am, Dylan. Thank you very much. Apart from I'm just getting the car back from the garage, and I'm £320 lighter. But luckily, I managed to sell 2 Riptides, so that's something towards it, at least. Two Reavers down, 4 to go, and then 5 bikes and lots of other stuff. I just can't seem to get behind traits that give you a bit of a bonus when you die. I prefer to have a bonus and not have stuff dead. Yeah, totally agree. Whilst it's cool, it's themed for Harlequins. I agree. I think the best one out of them is going to definitely be the assault pistols, and don't suffer the modifier. Definitely. Reavers are awesome. I have like 15 of them. Well, for my Blood Angels, I've got 21, and just these 6 for the Deathwatch. Me and Phil went halves on a no fear box and a first strike box. So the first strike box got me 3 Reavers, and then I got a box of the clip together just Reavers. Oh, there's another thing as well. Don't forget, I will be putting this up on the page, but 25th of May, I'm filming a game at Battle Bunker. Justin now sponsors the channel from Battle Bunker. And I know in my video I actually said he doesn't do delivery. He now does do delivery. So if you do want to order Warhammer stuff at a discount, as well as ball action, night model stuff, and all sorts, he does now do delivery. So go and check him out, of course. There's a link to Battle Bunker in all my recent videos. So please go and see them. On the 25th of May, I am filming a game of Warhammer 40,000 at around 5:30 p.m. When I get in from work. I'll be playing against Luke's Death Guard, and of course, if you want to pop down, you can see how a battle report is filmed. Not to the extent that I do at home, but 90% of the way there. You can obviously come and chat. You can see what new releases is going to be out the day after. It's going to be a little bit of an open night when I do these type of battle reports. But if you turn up with a fully painted army of whichever system I'm playing on the night, so on the 25th, for example, it'll be 40k, you can play for free. You don't have to pay to play. Pistols nasty will hit hard and fast as Harlequin should be. Yeah, fusion pistols, Dylan, because they are essentially a melter pistol. So being able to advance the transport, get them pistols within range on turn 1 and still shoot something with the open top rule is massive. The issue that we've got is all the Harlequin players are going to be scalping fusion pistols, so trying to find them from anywhere is going to be nigh on impossible, short of converting them up. Thankfully, though, I do have some blast pistols from my Dark Eldar, which I think I will just use. That's what most people tend to have been using. I think I'm going to have to put this brush down because it's starting to curl a little. I have to get the brush soap on it. What else have we got? Where's my medium layer? There we go. So yeah, what's everyone else working on? Because I'm going to try and get these just done to tabletop standard. And by that, I mean I won't be painting the doing the grey and the very light highlights. Do more Age of Sigmar. Interesting you should say that, Danny. I've actually got a Age of Sigmar game that I've just finished editing, and I can't render and stream at the same time. So it will be getting rendered and it'll be available on Friday. As for more Sigmar, yes, there will be more, but obviously because of the influx of 40k releases, I've been trying to cover that. Started my shift at 2.5 hours ago, 9.5 to go, so I'm building my salamanders. But I have around 233 Marines to do. That's nuts, man. Lord Celestin, Gabriel Schuhart primed and built Necromunders Belladonna up this evening. Very nice. Currently cleaning the small mode lines of 124 to 1,000 Suns heads. Not fun. I shouldn't imagine that it is. Shouldn't imagine that it is. Now, what I really want to be doing, if you haven't seen the video already, a gentleman by the name of James Brown, who I have played a game against before in the past. Whenever we've been down to Warhammer World, James has kind of been there, maybe every other time. Always come over and spoke. Very nice lad. Has a fantastic painted Flesh Tearers army. And we had a brilliant game actually against the Harlequins back in 7th edition on the Mine Facility 42 board at Warhammer World, which was just, it was fantastic. Very impractical, but very cool nonetheless. James actually purchased something and gave it to me, and I was absolutely gobsmacked. He actually bought me a Chaos Kaitan, and I was absolutely gobsmacked. Now, I really want to work on the Kaitan. I've just realised I'm probably not even showing you guys what I'm painting on. I really want to work on the Kaitan, but I need Deathwatch for Saturday. Currently painting a 500 listed Grey Knights Royal campaign. You can follow the campaign on our channel. There will be 16 armies during 500 points start the 1st of August. Very nice War Vision. I'll definitely be checking that out. And 5 Hellblaster mid, 5 more to go, then crack on with painting the Crimson Fist. Nice one, Dylan. Remember, like I said, if you get a detachment painted up and you want to run some Deathwatch, or if you want to run another Imperial army alongside, I would love to get a game against your your Crimson Fists. Like I said, even if you just use a single detachment and something of mine, I'm more than happy to loan an army until you get everything fully painted up. But it would be an absolute pleasure to have a game against them. Interestingly enough, as well, I would absolutely love to get a Redemptor Dreadnought to go with me Deathwatch. I've got 2 Venerables, but so I'm going to wait. The release of all the Age of Sigmar stuff, Lucy is going to have to be playing a lot of Sigmar over the coming months to try and cover, obviously, the release of it. I need to pull my finger out and get my Daughters of Cain painted as well. I'm halfway through 20 of the snakes, and I've got Morathai painted, and that's it. Definitely need to get more of them done. James Jones, hi Harry, glad you got the Rippers and man, that Kaitan and Mint model. Looking forward to seeing. Yeah, man, I can't wait to use it. I said to James when he gave me it that I was basically going to do a whole video about basically getting me Khorne Space Marine army up to date, because realistically I've got what used to be Khorne Demon King from 7th, and I haven't got a particularly great Chaos Space Marine army. I've got like one of a few things that Khorne could take. But I've got around about 30 Khorne Berserkers. I've got Khan. I've now got the Brass Scorpion, and a few other things. I've got some Rhinos and Land Raiders now to transport them in. So realistically, it shouldn't be too hard to get them up and running. Besides painting about 30 Khorne Berserkers. Now, here's the thing. I've got an absolute metric crap ton of Blood Warriors for Age of Sigmar, and they would be so much better as Khorne Berserkers, but I also want them for Sigmar. So, yeah. You get where I'm going. Cool, that's what got me painting again. Looking forward to play you. Nice one, Dylan, and definitely against you as well. That war game, I've been loving your videos recently, especially all the Deathwatch stuff. Well, that's what I've been trying to do with each of the releases. I've been trying to do a little bit of something. So, like, obviously, a Codex review, a tutorial. So, with the Deathwatch, I did a painting tutorial, a basing tutorial, and how to convert the Primaris into Deathwatch Marines by giving them the Deathwatch shoulder pads. So obviously with Harlequins, I've got no idea what I'm going to do, because all my Harlequins are built and painted, right? And short of magnetizing them and showing you how to do a Star/Void Weaver, I really don't know what else I could do. Do you reckon the easy build Deathwatch conversion would work with the Dark Imperium stuff? That's exactly what I've done mine on. The Dark Imperium stuff, I bought a No Fear box and a First Strike box, and that's it. That's all of the Primaris in my like, this is the Dark Imperium cut together Inceptor with a pad on. These are the cut together Reavers with a pad on, and all the Primaris stuff that you've seen on the other one. Magnets for the Blood God. Dylan, are you suggesting that I magnetize the Gore Fist on the Blood Warriors? That Wargamer, there's a video on the channel from about a week ago. If you go and look at it, I'll show you how to do it. Because when I read the Deathwatch preview, I was like, yep, Phil, do you want some Death Guard? Because Phil bought a Dark Imperium box for his Imperial Fists that he's probably never ever going to get painted. I hope he does, though. Hey lads, Bazaar! Brap! 10 Army Bazaar over there. Harry, good to see you streaming. Did you like all the announcements yesterday? Nah. I didn't dislike them. It's just there wasn't that much besides the Age of Sigmar stuff that I was even remotely interested in. Of course, Age of Sigmar 2nd edition. Lucy heard them say on the live stream, you can't shoot out of combat and choose to turn it into 40k. I'm going to sell all my armies. I'm not playing. And I was like, whoa, hang on. I think you can't fire out of combat, right? Because you've got to fight who you're fighting in combat. But I think you could probably still shoot in it. Debating on doing Khorne and go for AOS. Barry, I challenge you to what, you might ask. Well, I challenge you to paint 2,000 points of one army. And that doesn't mean go and buy 3 Bane Blades. Challenge accepted. Done. You can't back out now, Bazza. Oh, I don't want to paint bikers. I don't like bikers. I want to paint other fun stuff. But, yeah, I need some more Deathwatch. Just a little bit more. Oh, that's what I was saying. Harlequin stuff. I don't know what else to do for the Harlequin release. Beyond, of course, a magnetization tutorial. I genuinely don't know what else I can do. Obviously, battle report and codex review as well. Bikers are crap models. Oh, absolutely, I hate them. Thankfully, because I'm doing Deathwatch, it's spray black, couple edge highlights. But even then, like painting the exhaust and stuff, I just hate doing it. Check your messages, mate. Oh! Oh, James, you beaut. Where did you get that? Send me more. Death Jesters, 45 points. Skyweaver's down to 30. Troop 13 each. I think that's come down by 1. Void Weaver in general has come down by 11 points. Fusion Pistol 9. Haywire Cannon 15. That Haywire Cannon has to go to Assault. Prismatic Cannon 20 points. Shuriken Cannon 10 points. Harlequin's Blade 0 as it should be. Kiss 7. Embrace 6. Caress 7. Power Sword 4 points. Zephyrglaive 6 points. Hang on then, so how much is a Skyweaver now? 30, 40 with the Shuriken Cannon, 46. I have 3 Death Jesters. I've got 3 Death Jesters. 46 point. Oh, my index is put away. 2 minutes. James, wherever you get that, I want more. Right, I need to open Battle Scribe. Let's have a look. 8th edition. Wait there. Aldari Harlequins. Let's just go battalion. Save, yes. Fast attack. Skyweavers. Shuriken Cannon. Zephyrglaive. The Skyweaver with a Zephyrglaive has come down by 10 points. Guys, I'm really sorry, but I'm going to have to run to the toilet. I'll be back in a second. Right, I'm back. Right, give me 2 seconds. Right, so here we go. Death Jester, 45 points. Now, I know they came down in chapter approved as well. Let's have a quick look. I'm actually just going to have a look. So, Death Jester was elite. Death Jesters was 60 points, and that was with the reduction. Solitaires were 110 points, now 84. Jeez, that's a 26-point drop. HQ's Troop Masters were 60 points, now 70. So hopefully they're getting reroll ones to hit, I hope. We've got Shadow Seer has come down, I think. Yeah, Shadow Seer has dropped from 134. A troop. Yeah, each player was 16 points. They've now dropped to 13 points. Whoa. Void Weaver was 102, but that was with Prismatic Cannon. So 108. Void Weaver's still 108. I'm disappointed at that. I genuinely expected them to come down in points. And Star Weavers were 99 with 2 Shuriken Cannons. 79, 99. So they've stayed the same as well. Everything else has dropped though. Let's have a look at the weapon cost. So obviously the Harlequin's blade hasn't changed. The Caress and Embrace have remained the same, but the Kiss has also come down to 7 points. So on average, per Harlequin there, you've saved about 5 or 6 points per Harlequin, which means that for every 4 Harlequins, you're getting an additional one for free over what the cost was before. I'm actually worried I might not have 2,000 points now. And you know what? I almost want to run a brigade, but I don't have enough troop here, or troop. So we've got some stratagems here. Use a stratagem when a webway gate from your army is destroyed, but before you remove the model from the battlefield. Immediately set up one Eldari unit from your army that has not been deployed from the webway, wholly within 3 and more than 1 inches away from enemy models. More than 1 inch away. After you've done so, remove the webway gate from the battlefield as normal. It's only 1 unit though. Light and fast reflexes, so that's going to be the same as the Eldar one. And Dark Eldar. I can't see the one above, but it does say something embark upon a transport if it has sufficient capacity remaining, as if it were the movement phase. That's a Dark Eldar one as well, so that looks like a copy and paste. The Silent Knife, use this stratagem at the start of the charge phase. Select the Silent Shroud unit from your army. Enemy units cannot fire Overwatch that turn. Which one's the Silent Shroud? Ah, it's the leadership one. Webway Ambush. Use a stratagem at the end of your movement phase. Choose a webway gate from your army. Either 2 units in a webway spark can emerge from that webway gate this turn, or 1 unit can emerge from the webway this turn and be set up wholly within 3 inches of it and more than 1 inch away from the enemy. So I'm wondering if you have to be normally set up 9 or more inches away, kind of like a drop pod. So you can do that with 2 at once, or if you only do it with 1, you can do it an inch away from enemy models. Oh, Hero's Path! Anyway, Prismatic Blur we've seen in Chapter Approved, so if you advance you get a 3+ invulnerable save. Use this stratagem at the start of your movement phase in which a Death Jester, a Solitaire, and Shadow Seer from your army are within 6 inches of each other. Remove all 3 models from the battlefield. At the end of the movement phase, you can set up each model anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 9 inches away from enemy units. Very, very handy, but very situational. Segarak's Jest, which is a throwback to the 7th edition formation. Use this stratagem when an enemy unit falls back from a Harlequin unit in your army. After the enemy unit has finished moving, providing there are no other enemy units are within an inch of your unit, it can shoot the enemy unit that fell back as if it were the shooting phase. Very handy indeed. Right, there's the Webway gear. It's toughness 8, 14 wounds, 3+ save. I can't really read that first paragraph. We've got Eldritch Aura, has a 5+ invulnerable save. And then Immobile, this model can't be moved for any reason. I think I can make it out on my phone. So, Something Arrival. When you set up this model during deployment, it can be set up anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 12 inches from the enemy deployment zone and any enemy models, and more than 3 inches from any other terrain feature or the center of any objective markers. Very, very limited on where you can place that. Can't fight for any reasons, it's just basically got the building rules. Webway Strike. After you set up this model, any Eldari units you have not yet set up during deployment, other than fortifications, can be set up in the Webway Spa rather than being set up on the battlefield. 1 unit in a Webway Spa can emerge from each friendly Webway gate at the end of your movement phase. Set them up wholly within 3 inches of the Webway gate and more than 9 inches away from enemy models. If all friendly Webway gates have been destroyed, any units that have not arrived are considered to be slain, which is where the stratagem's for. It's basically a Necro Monolith. When measuring distances to and from the Webway, measure the closest point of the model. If a Webway gate is destroyed, remove both arch pieces from the battlefield. Very nice. And then we've got 2 more stratagems. Use this stratagem in your shooting phase. Select a Dreaming Shadow character. Until the end of the phase, each successful hit roll made by this model causes 2 hits. Each successful hit roll causes 2 hits, and hit rolls of a 6 made by this model cause 3 hits. Wow, that's insane! For 1 command point as well. Sky Stride. Use this stratagem just before Soaring Spike infantry unit consolidates. Instead of moving towards the nearest enemy model, the unit consolidates up to 6 inches towards the nearest Soaring Spike transport from within your army. If all models in the unit end its move within 3 of the transport, they can immediately embark. So, which one is the Dreaming Shadow? On a 4+, you can die. Shoot again if you die. I don't know why that is with them, but fair enough. And then the other one is the Soaring Spite. So that's the assault-based one that I'm probably going to go for. Being able to re-embark is pretty cool, but for a command point, I'm not too sure. That's some massive point reductions though. So I'm gobsmacked at all of that. So wowzers. I'm massively, massively impressed. Wow. Sorry, I'm going to come back to you guys now and see what you're saying, because I've that 26-point drop is massive. Absolutely. Scott Longworth just bought into Age of Sigmar. Yeah, man, I've seen that you grabbed the 3750 box from Justin there you was selling. Vander's Hammerhand, welcome. Any tips for a new player to EOS, Harry? I can't think of any. It's basically 40k is Sigmar 1.5. It's very, very similar. The aura abilities, warlord traits or command traits as they're called, artifacts and relics work pretty much the same. It's very much the same game. Glad you are happy with that info I got. It's rare I find out stuff before you. Absolutely, James. Thank you very, very much indeed. James Ellis. James! James, I'm going to send you these videos, pictures with there. James, check your inboxes, mate. Skyweavers have dropped by 10 points apiece. The Solitaire has dropped by 26 points. The Troopmaster went up by 10. Troops went down by 3. The Kiss went down by 2. And the Zephyrglaive went down to 6 points. Death Jester's a 45. We don't know about changes in 2nd edition yet, Dylan, because they haven't said anything other than you can't shoot out of combat and every character can now use their command ability. To be honest, right, I think when they get wind of these floating around, I think GW will just go, yeah, there's everything. Oh man, that means I want to do the Deathwatch one this weekend, but then at least I've got plenty of time to sort out Harlequin stuff now. I just need to kind of see the rules to see if the rules for the models have actually changed. 45 points is cheap as chips. Yeah, man, they were set up, what were the 75 points each originally? So you're paying 150 for 2. Now you're paying less than that for 3. You do the Deathwatch. Harlequins after. Yeah, true. Your normal list will have on average a third more models than usual. Well, that's a problem, Vandis, considering the only thing that I had that wasn't in my list Was a Death Jester and a Shadow Seer. A 2K Death Mask match needs to happen. Absolutely, it does. Harlequins do look cool. Like they are a very, very fickle army to play, Scott. Incredibly fickle. Pretty much like Harry's dice rolls. Oh my god. Why did you have to say that, Vandis? I know my dice rolls are atrociously bad in everything that I do, play, and say. Dice gods absolutely hate me. I'm still new to 40k. I really don't know what else to give you advice on, Scott, other than literally it's as easy to play as the rules sound. It is as literal as what the rules read as well. I'm extremely concerned I don't have enough Harlequins now. And I think I've just looked in the Harlequin group. I think I'm actually the first one to share that stuff in there. I don't think anyone else has come across it yet. Oh, wow. Sorry guys, my phone is going absolutely mad with comments and all sorts. Hey, you made a unit of Melt a Fist Termi. Shame you can't Melt Fist and Storm Shield. Yeah, it is. The problem with the Melt a Fist, Dylan, though, is it's 29 points just for the fist. So whilst it is cool, and incredibly cool at that, running a squad of them it's just too much. So they will be getting magnetized just in case I end up having to run a full squad like that. Our channel brother Barry was at Weimerfest and asked about the Space Wolves. They said we can't give you a valid answer. Do you know what annoyed me? Like, there was next to no info about 40k. I mean, don't get us wrong, like Titanicus and all the other jazz and stuff is really, really cool. But it's like, where's the 40k stuff? Do you know what I mean? Oh, I've just thought I have a an MDF webway gate already built and painted. So, whilst it might not be the exact one, what do you guys think about? If you followed the channel for a while, you know which one I'm referring to. But what do you think about using that as a webway in a way for me to get the battle report film before official release? Because obviously, official release is the same day I get all my stuff, just like you guys. I just happen to troll the internet and videos and everything I can find on books and stuff just to get the bat reps done early. What do you think about using that as a webway gate to try and show off how to utilize it? I don't know how I would do it though, because I mean, what would you do? 6 bikers coming out of it? Harry, I have some Primaris Marines still on sprues. If you want them, call it a donation from me. Oh, Scott, mate, that would be legendary. Speaking of donations, I haven't put the video out yet because I can't upload whilst streaming. But I've actually made some Twin Link Devourers for Tyranid Hive Tyrant for Dave Thorpe from Snake Eyes Gaming. So I've done a tutorial video on how to make these, but I'll be sending these off to Dave. Got to go, mate. If I come across any more stuff, I'll PM you. I think that's fine just to see it. Maybe worth it. Yeah, go for it. I'm a bit underwhelmed by it at the moment. I think it's mainly for now. Whilst it is, imagine a massive squad of Harlequins jumping out of that like a unit of 10, James. How awesome would that be? Evening, Rick. You've just missed all of the Harlequin updates. So yeah, Harlequins are back with a bang. A very big bang. I was just saying, Rick, as well, at the beginning of the stream, I just wanted to thank you again for the donation that you made for me to get a second camera. It is ordered from Amazon. I ordered a Logitech C920, and I managed to get it for £65 before the card decided to bugger up. So you can expect to see my pretty face and my pretty models at the same time from hopefully next week. But I learned something new today. I learned this. Watch. Right there. There. I learned how to do this. And of course, what you see there is Harlequin rules and Harlequin points. So go me. Man. There we go. Needs to be a smaller bang. I can see the potential. I think it may be situational. A savvy player is going to negate its effectiveness. Yes and no. I think what it does is, obviously, you've got access to Webway Strike, which is cool. But to be honest, it allows you to set units up and just bring them in without spending command points, because the Webway Assault stratagem is 1 command point or 3 if you put 2 in. So I think it's situated. I don't think you're going to see it for. Actually, it says Eldari units, right? So let's think of the worst unit you can think of to come out of that stratagem. Across all 3 books, what is the worst thing that you want to come out of that portal to be an inch away from your guys? Something that shoots but does combat very, very well as well. Let's think. Fire dragons, banshees, striking scorpions, wraith, phantom titan with a glaive, reapers a full squad. You can hide reapers and just webway strike them though. You pay 1 command point and just webway strike them, and you put them anywhere. They don't have to be within 3 inches of the webway gate. You want something that is both decent at shooting, free no pay point, but you pay 120 game points. I would far rather spend 1 stratagem than 120 game points. Rick, I'm sorry to message you back. Obviously, I'm busy, but and I need to speak to Lucy about what exactly we're going to do, because I still need to sort the ferry and stuff out, which I'll probably be attempting to do tomorrow. As for tonight, I genuinely thought I was going to get more done, so I really, really need to get a move on with these guys. Big Eldar Grav Tank, Scorpion. Why you? It doesn't do anything in combat. You can bring in 1 unit a turn. That's why it's better. You know what? I could still probably run with the point reductions. Very viable. Oh no, 'cause it's 120 points for that, and yeah, it's still expensive. I was definitely thinking Wraith Knight. Oh my god, my phone is going mad. Right, sorry guys, I'm absolutely spam the phone, spam the phone. No, don't spam the phone. Big McDanskull, welcome to the chat. There, I've closed Facebook. Vanders has actually messaged me going spam, spam, spam. Right. James reacted my fault. Oh, lol. Right, I need to put my phone away until that all settles down. I need to paint. That's what I need to do. Oh my god, it's 8:30. Got my truck today. Awesome. I heard the ding 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 noise, lol. Scatak Wraith Knight from the portal. 2 Inferno Lancers. Maybe. The problem is, though, you're paying 500 odd points for a Wraith Knight, then you're paying 120 points for the portal. The best thing is, right, with everything that I've got here, now I'm just need to wait to see if any rules changed. Find out the stratagems and warlord tricks, which Warhammer community have already said that they'll be sharing. I hope the Shadow Seer got an additional power, because she knew 1 and Smite. And that was it. But yeah, I think I need to possibly get some more Harlequins. But I can't because I'm... Car cost me a lot today. But the car comes first. Because no car equal no Harrier gaming clubs. Oh, Rick, I didn't send you a picture either. But that's how deep the cut is in my thumb. She needs a speed spell. What? Who does? Oh, the Shadowseer. She actually has one called Twilight Pathways, which allows another unit to move immediately. And I actually won a game of the Relic against Necrons by going first, having my Solitaire move and advance onto the objective in the center of the board because of his 12-inch move. And then proceeded to Twilight Pathways him back behind everything else, and then run and not get shot. Can't see it. Oh, there. I keep accidentally popping it back open though. More super glue. Gorilla Glue is the best thing since sliced bread. It's amazing. I actually sealed that up with Gorilla Glue. And by that I mean the cut on my thumb. Time to do a spot of work on my Lord Celestin. I will keep this in the background till my partner gets out of bed for her dinner and wants to watch it to herself. So I don't know if the FAQ came out. Yeah, I've seen that. I used the gel one. It's crap on metal to plastic. I didn't have a problem. I fixed up some old metal Dark Eldar Witches on Saturday night. I bought a load off eBay and there was a handful of arms missing from them. So I rid of my bits box and took out some witch arms and fixed them. But I didn't have any issues with it. So I don't know what problem you've had with it, Scott. Maybe it's a bad batch. Oh man. I don't need the other frag cannon guy. That'll be the fourth one. I'll have 4 in 1 squad. That'll do. So that saves me painting one guy. Painted 10 out of 30 witches. Sick. Few. Yeah, man. I get the feels. Like, I'm desperate to paint me Daughters of Cain, but just there's so much other stuff keeps coming up. Just done a little shout for you, fella. Hope that's okay. Of course that's okay, Bazza. For anyone who is in the chat that hasn't already subscribed to Bazza from Underdog Painting, go and check them out. The dude is absolutely insane, in a good way, and he has more armies than me, just not as big as mine. So I have challenged him to paint up a 2,000 point army. And then before you get rid of it, Bazza, you've got to have a game with us, because I know you'll end up getting rid of it. You say that now, you'll need the frag cannon. No, I won't, Dylan, because of points. It's 18 points, 16 points for the Marine, then 25 points for the frag cannon. And for them, that's like 180 points just for 4 guys with frag cannons. And to get everything else in I need, I can't really take more than that. Yeah, definitely, mate, you'll have to teach me. Mate, honestly, it's so much easier than you think. Baz, have you heard from Ant Gibson recently? I haven't seen him online or anything. I hope he's alright. No, mate, I haven't seen him. Last time I saw him, he was in the caravan. What's bad, Vandis? The amount of money I'm going to have to shell out for Lucy's Stormcast that she says she's not buying because she doesn't want to paint anymore yet. And because we're saving to go to Disneyland, she's like, no, 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 not buying no more plastic. And I'm just like, mm-hmm. The portal. I'm still getting one, just because it's a portal. Besides, I might have to use it simply to get up to 2,000 points, because I don't think I've got enough anymore. Which Disneyland are you going to? Just the Paris one, mate. We're just going to drive over. Need Nurgle demons. Basically next door. To you? Or do you mean to me? Because it's certainly not just next door to me. Hang on, really? You're in Paris. Don't make me bring a 40k army. Yeah, buy Stormcast though, Scott. Lucy's already got 8,000 points of Stormcast. I meant the new ones that were actually showcased at Warhammer Fest that are coming out next month. Also, Vanders, has it been said what them beasts are? Because obviously you showed us them on the picture of the story like ages and ages and ages ago, and we were discussing them at the time then. But like, what are they? They look like kind of celestial bears. Yeah, it's not just one wizard though, Scott. There's like the artillery, there's a wizard unit, there's a wizard crossbow type unit. There was two characters at minimum, and then there was at least the riders as well. So there was quite a lot. Scott, you don't really need to catch up. It's just that all of that was just literally announced 2 days ago. So nobody really knows much about it other than, oh, here's the new models. These are coming out in June. But yes, there is a lot of females involved with the Stormcast now. But Lucy wants to start repainting what she's got because she's not happy with the paint because there were some of the first models that she painted nearly 2 years ago now. So she wants to repaint a lot of them. Repaint what colour? Still purple. Just paint them better. Flip it. Oh, Dylan. Oh, you're some boy, you suggesting that. Oh, bad Dylan. It means I'll probably have to order more because I don't have that much of the toxic purple which you would want to use. I was watching AOS back up. You posted Corn versus Nurgle, then seeing the live stream, so jumped in. No worries, man. To be honest, I'm not going to last much longer. I want to shower and stuff, and I'm getting tired, and I need to paint this. So we distract you too much, don't we? No, not at all, Rick. Just, oh, I've got so much I need to do. The life of a superstar YouTuber. It's not that. It's housework, and I've got to tidy this room up because it's a mess, and I've got bits and boxes everywhere, and everything from Warhammer World's just not thrown back in the cupboard, but not as tidy in the cupboard as I would like. I'm gonna laugh so hard the moment Lucy gets Stormcast and destroys Harry's corn stuff with magic. Ravage him not only in melee, but also now even in magic lore. Limos and after party parties, yeah, we know we mortals can only dream. Mate, I'm not even like that. Will I have to buy another pissing book for Stormcast? Probably. Need an assistant, mate. My assistant's called Phil and he's not here. He's away at uni doing stuff. And I haven't even got any energy drink left. On a positive note, actually, I will show you something else. Lucy painted this for me the other day. And this with the sides to, like, however they go on. I don't know how it goes there. Maybe like that, I think. I don't know. But yeah, Lucy painted them for me. So shout out to Lucy for them. She's got the purples to do. Phil's preparing his Tyranid Secret project. Oops, sorry, Phil. Oh yeah, I know what Phil's doing anyway. I was there when he bought it. The Dean McCarran and the Hero Duel. So yeah, I know about them. Anyway, guys, I'm shattered. I'm gonna get off because I need to do some housework. I need a shower. So yeah, thank you very much to everybody that's joined in. I'll do my best to get these Deathwatch guys finished in time for Saturday. But I need to sort out Harlequins now as well. So yeah. No worries, man. Catch us all later, and thanks again for tuning in, guys.